I'm Lydia Kavraki. I'm a professor of computer science at Rice and the director of the Ken Kennedy Institute. The Ken Kennedy Institute at Rice University is pleased to welcome you to the 16th annual High Energy Performance Computing Conference here in Houston, Texas. The Institute is committed to support cutting-edge computing research, educating innovators, and connecting across industries by bringing together thought leaders from around the world. We are thrilled to host this conference at the service of our regional and global energy and high-performance computing communities. This promises to be a very exciting conference with a remarkable lineup of invited speakers, technical talks, birds of feather sessions, an exhibit hall, networking receptions, poster presentations, and workshops. The energy industry is continuously evolving to meet the growing demands for computational capacity, incorporation of data science, AI, and machine learning in the traditional workflows, market volatility, increasing concern on environmental footprint, increased use of renewable energy, as well as the demand for reliable infrastructures. Motivated by all these issues and recognizing that discovery and innovation happen at interfaces of disciplines and communities, the conference convenes a diverse set of people spanning industry, academia, and national labs. We hope that you will thoroughly enjoy the conference's scientific program and use the networking opportunities to initiate collaborations and promote technological innovation that will address computing demands as well as other issues in the energy industry, not only in Houston, but also nationally and internationally. From an organizational side, we will facilitate these interactions as best as we can. Tonight's sponsored networking reception will include a specialty wine, cheese, and heavy appetizer selection with magic and entertainment. You do not want to miss it. Tomorrow's poster presentation reception will showcase exciting research happening in the field by future leaders in HPC. Networking breaks will also feature specialty coffee and many surprises. At this point, I would like to acknowledge our sponsors, our partners, speakers, and attendees who share our enthusiasm and seek the opportunity to support and engage with the community. It's wonderful to see all of you here. In particular, we are grateful to our sponsors, they are listed here, and please note that the proceeds from this conference are used to offer recruiting fellowships to prospective graduate students to Rice. We make every effort to attract the brightest minds to our community. The Ken Kennedy team, here we are, our executive director, Dr. Angela Wilkins, as well as Michelle Atkinson, Kelly Peters, and Dr. Samantha Nava, all have worked tirelessly for this conference, and we thank them deeply. The Ken Kennedy team has worked very closely with Keith Gray, an amazing program committee to deliver this conference. You can see all of them listed here. Keith Gray, with Henry Calandra, Scott Morton, Jan Odegaard, Moshe Vardi, and Chap Wong, helped organize the first RISE HPC workshop in 2008. Keith has been a strong supporter of this community, RISE, and the Ken Kennedy Institute, and he currently serves in the Institute's External Advisory Committee. Keith is an HPC advisor at Intel after 22 years leading high-performance computing at BP. I would now like to invite Keith Gray to open the conference. Please welcome Keith, and thank you all for being here.
Thank you very much. There's groups of friends that I'd like to invite up here on the stage with me for a moment. Thomas, Vladimir, Fachi. Do you know if Fachi is here? Okay. I'm going the wrong way? There we go. This is what I wanted to bring up. So in a moment, I'll bring up friends that were on the original organizing committee with us. But there's a person that we wanted to recognize and honor. We lost him back last year, but he is an incredible person and a great friend. And there's two people that would like to say a little bit about Scott Morton.
Hi, I am Thomas Cullison, and I used to work with Scott Morton. I was hired by him at Hess Corporation. And if you go to the website that you guys have for the fellowship, and there's a nice description about some of his accomplishments, and people who know him know just how good of a thinker he was, and what he's done for the program. But I think what often gets missed is how good of a person he was. I didn't want to do this, but he was able to keep business real, and he was able to push the science and be real and true to you. And I've had a lot of conversations about Scott, and I think it's interesting that what often comes up is I end up telling them, you would have liked him.
So I knew Scott from the academic side. I was at the University of Texas as a PhD student around 12 years ago. And Scott was heavily involved in supporting consortia across the academia, including Sergei Fomal's consortia, where I belonged. And he was incredibly involved in shaping research, advising students, keep funding going for new consortia like Sergei's. And for me personally, he took over the role of primary advisor at some point. So if it wasn't for his efforts, I probably wouldn't have ended with defendable product in the end. So I think on behalf of other students who he advised, it's fair to say that we are eternally thankful for him, for helping us shape our future, our place in the industry, and being just incredible mentor.
Thomas? In honor of Scott, you volunteered to take this to his family and tell his family how much he meant to all of us. And the committee and the conference will remember Scott through a fellowship to future graduate students. So his efforts at training and developing people for our industry and for our world is going to continue. Thank you guys very much for doing this. Thank you. Chap? Is Jan here? Is Moshe? Well, there's Henri, stand up with us. Here's a quick story. I think what I've heard is that Henri was talking with his leadership. They recognized that high-performance computing was becoming even more important to the oil and gas industry. And so Total decided to help create a conference on high-performance computing and bring our industry together and talk about our common problems and our aspirations. Henri said, well, if we're going to do this, let's go invite friends. He created my volunteer opportunity for the next 16 years. So thank you very much. Chap, we got to be friends. Okay, so similar work you were doing at Chevron. Thank you.